My name is Michael Bingham. I'm the writer of Coburg, Melbourne.
My name is Nicholas Gentile and I am the composer.
I'm Brittanie Shipway and I'm the lyricist for Coburg.
I found it really rewarding because it put myself to work throughout these times being locked away during COVID. And I think that sentiment was shared with a lot of the actors. A lot of the feedback we were getting was they were just thrilled to be an active part of something and keeping those muscles flexing.
Yes.
It was interesting because I've never met Michael before in person. So I was brought on as a collaborator with Nick for the music and lyrics. So it's been interesting meeting Michael and working on everything with him. It also allows us to really focus on the text. So without physicalizing the piece, we really have to work on the piece structurally, which is really important, and also helps Michael, Nick and I work together as a trio.
I've found the video conferencing really useful in bringing together such a large group of people across 4 states. And we also had someone working from New York. So it was really quite a wonderful experience. I'd only met Nick 3 times, and it was great to dive on in with some really exciting collaborators and start the journey.
Well, I know from a musical point, I think we were able to achieve the sound of Coburg. We now know what each character has its own identity orally. And so that was really fun, just to be able to sort of put together a big sound mood board of the events that happen and themes and marrying musical motifs to characters. So we were able to do that.
For me, it was like having a slab of marble, which was the text that was there, and chipping away and creating the essence of this work. Rather than what I'd been writing, it became a collaborative event where we could really find its identity.
Was it hard letting go of your baby, Michael?
It took us probably a week to find a working kind of relationship, I think. Spirited conversations and just really different ideas. Like, we all came from very different places. So it was really wonderful throwing them all into the mix and thinking about it from a theatrical, visual and musical perspective. Act 2 is next for Coburg. Now we need to kind of move forward. We're still in a social distancing world, and we found this forum for video conferencing has worked for us really well. So we can continue along that way. We need to kind of give each other space for music to be written and lyrics, but I really love the momentum that Hope Initiative has given us to move forward.
One of the best parts of this whole process was being able to work with incredible actors who very generously donated their time. This wouldn't have happened without them, and more importantly, wouldn't have happened without the Hope Initiative in the first place. This collaboration would never have been, it never would have existed. So that's been really exciting. Thank you to James and Meg and Christian. I think there's one other person that I've never met that's behind the scenes. Rob. Thank you, Rob. And that's what it takes. It takes so many people behind the scenes to make something viable for creatives to have that space to create new work. And I hope this initiative continues. I hope it's an annual thing. I hope it gets picked up because it's been incredible for me. This is the first time I've ever been on the other side of the table. So I've really enjoyed the process and I've caught the bug.
Yes, I think as one of the actors said last week, it's sometimes, particularly in this country, there's not the opportunity to develop stage works and musicals in particular. So things like Hope Initiative are an amazing project where you can do that and you really feel like you are getting the time, the collaboration to be able to move things forward and find the essence of what you want to achieve.
without too much external pressure too, because I find workshops in Australia tend to be product based. You work towards a goal where you put on the show. But with this, we actually got to ease into it and enjoy the process. This is process.
And there's no expectation at the end result either. It is the best part I found about Hope was its objective is to get whatever's going to be most helpful for the writer in that period of time. So they're not needing to sell tickets. They're not needing to worry, just worrying about those everyday sort of producing issues that come up. We could just focus on the material. It's really good.
Yeah, there was no end game. We didn't have a deadline. We were just moving towards something.
Yeah.
Extra special thank you to Meg for keeping us on task, on schedule, and being such a valued member of our creative team. Also, special thanks to Alistair Smith, who came on board as dramaturg, had some great ideas and a great outside vision for the project, and really guided us in great ways. It was a rapid pace, but it was very inspiring.
And worth it.
And maybe I'll meet you in person one day, Michael.
Yes.